your boy TG, and yeah, bring it from the bottom. You're locked into another edition of Goode Got Your Entertainment. I almost said a minute to win it, but I ain't gonna lie. I think I gave Marcus a minute to win it yesterday. We're not gonna talk about that. But across the camera, in Richmond, is Cam was the plan. Alongside me is Marcus Ojalayo. And this thing right here, we went from NFL season, we're cranking up into NBA is already in a rut, and we already know what that's going on. We got MLB with their hot topics and people doing what they want to do and trade, get it before you name it. But we still got news from the NFL. We got a lot to talk about, and yeah, it's a lot to talk about. I'll just say that. We will be having special guests come along. I want to tell you that, and then I'm gonna get a shot to these two guys. Cam, how are you feeling? I mean, we got COVID and all this nonsense going on, and we're still here another week. How it feel?
Hey, I'm here. Blessed by the best, bro. I'm just happy to still be alive. You know what I'm saying? COVID free. Just happy, loving life at this point. You know, just making life for what it is. You know, just enjoying it.
Well, I know one thing, Cam. You do got your delusional Clemson pride going on still, and your Brooklyn net.
Okay.
We're not going to even go there. I don't know if it's there yet. But MPG, we've been through a long road, all of us, and we're still going on a long road. But how does it feel being one more Thursday on GTE?
I'm feeling good. Blessed to see another day. And for you out there that's watching, stay positive, test negative.
There it is. There it is.
We got a lot of things going on in the NFL breakdown. Woo! It's about to go down. All right. You know one thing, I got a lot of people that like this team. But they did one of the somewhat crazy. I don't understand, but Cam might understand. The Washington football team. And Alex Smith said, we're done. Harding, wait, we're leaving. We're out. No, we're done. We're done with it. We're done. Now, we see what Alex Smith has done. He got injured when he first arrived. Well, shortly after he first arrived, that gruesome leg injury, and we thought that was the end of the career. He says, no. I want to go through the training. I'm going to go through the surgery. I'm going to make sure I get healthy, come back on the field, risk his life, because if he gets hit in that leg one more time, we don't imagine what could happen. Go carry him through a somewhat successful season after he comes back. Well, you might well say a successful season to the Redskins because they haven't had a 500 record in a while since Kirk Cousins. But in the same sense, he had a bag up, played next man up in town. He's a bad bag up. That brother deserves a spot. I think he deserves a spot to some of these starters that we got. I mean, in one game,
so disrespectful.
He proved himself more than some of these starters out here. But,
so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
I know. You know how I am. I got to do that because it's the name of the game. But in the same sense, we always wonder what's next in the QB conversation. As I'm going to give it to you guys, I'm going to hand it off to Cam first, but let's just let you know the lineup right now of the Washington football team. Cal Allen stays at the helm. Tyler Heineke and Steven Montez, whoever the hell that is. That's the guy. But, I mean, they got somebody to transpire the season. Will they go over 500? I don't know. But will Tyler Heineke get a starting point? I don't know. Do I know? No, I don't. But, damn. In this conversation, this quarterback conversation, you got Cal Allen that, quote unquote, for some people, proved that he could do something. You got Tyler Heineke that says, hold on, I did play a little hardcore in a playoff game. Give me some credit. And then Steve Montez just said, I'm here if you need me. That's just how, that's how you get it right now.
I'm just here if you need me.
Now, in your opinion, not only who will they go for next? Will they stay with the quarterback lineup? But do you think it was smart to part ways with Alex Smith just yet?
Yeah. He didn't do anything but walk on one leg, bro. I mean, numbers weren't amazing. Far from amazing. So, I personally don't believe that either quarterback's going to win that job at Washington. I personally believe that, what's his name? Cam Newton. will be headed to the Washington football team to reunite with his longtime coach of the former Carolina Panthers head coach Ron Rivera. I'm calling it now. They need a quarterback. Taylor Heineke, he didn't show me enough. It was a fun game to watch, but his inexperience showed late in the game. So I really want to see Cam Newton in a Washington football uniform. That sounds ugly. That sounds disgusting. But I would love to see it happen.
It do sound ugly, dog. I just stop you right there, Kim. I don't know if you got something else to say. But you already started out with your Clemson delusion to this. And your Brooklyn Nets, usually all might be on the high horse, and I don't understand all that. But one thing it is, you talk about Cam Newton, the same man that went to the Patriots and didn't do squat, and then he'll go over to the Washington football team that just hired somebody, and you got Jeff Bezos that wants to be a damn owner of the team. He don't even know how to have the word Amazon, right? Because he ain't gonna fail. But at the end of the day, you think that Cam Newton's gonna walk up in there and reunite? He couldn't even do nothing when he was in the Panthers. And you think this man gonna come over to Washington?
Yes.
He's already washed up. His time is gone.
He's not washed.
You might as well sign Kyle Allen on a 4-year deal. And
you're terrible. You are terrible. He is not washed.
My pass got the offer. I don't know. Then you gonna sign him? I know. Cam, I understand. But no.
You're a hater.
I don't hate my blood, brother. I'm just saying.
You are a hater.
Tell me on offense, how many more weapons do the Washington football team have than the Patriots had last season? None.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
But the coach, I think if they had the camaraderie, it would be a different story. I really believe if the head coach camaraderie was there, it'd be a totally different story. Plus, you have a defense behind you. We're forgetting Tom Brady has always had a defense behind him when he played for New England. That man, Cam Newton, was literally playing with people like me that you find at a grocery store who can just walk up to and say, hey, you want to play a football game this weekend? And that's what they had on the Patriots defense. They were missing like 9 of their Pro Bowlers, bro. 9. Well, not Pro Bowlers, but 9 of the defensive starters, plus 3 or 4 were Pro Bowlers. So, I mean, it makes a difference. Washington has a really good defense that just continues to get better and better by the weeks. Now that they've played together for a full year, I can see it, bro. I'm telling you. It sounds crazy right now, but I can see it.
I understand where you're coming from, but I decline that option. PG, please tell me that you ain't laughing at delusional stuff like Cam got. Tell me, not only do you think it was good or dumb that they did this part away with them, but who should be their guy now? Like, should they remain with these 3 guys that we really haven't seen much from? Or should they go out into the world of football and find some kind of QB?
I think the best choice for the Washington football team to do is to draft a quarterback. I mean, you have Taylor. He did successful, like we seen in a wild card game against the Bucks. Almost won that game, but fell short. Got to see what he can do, whether him and Kyle Allen battle out for the QB1 position. But realistically, I just feel like the Washington football team should draft a quarterback. And the quarterback that I'm looking at is Trey Lance from North Dakota State. When you look at Trey Lance from North Dakota State, he is a quarterback with a strong arm, barely has interceptions at North Dakota State, but not only can he throw the football consistently and efficiently, he can also run with it any situational time where he can just take off at any given moment. So if the Washington football team does decide to get Trey Lance, I feel like it would be a good pickup. Have a few receivers alongside Trey Lance, in order for them to evolve, you still have Scary Terry McLaughlin, Terry McLaren, still have running back Gibson, and you still have tight end Logan Thomas, Lynchburg Nate.
I am proud to say that. But at least you did your homework. Cam came in here with delusional mind as always. That's just a part of being a Giants fan, I think. That comes from being the package of being a Giants fan every year. I'm just saying.
Ain't no way you say that. That's so disrespectful, bro.
I see yours. Now, Cam, I don't know what the hell you've been doing all week. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what the game is got in your mind. I don't know if you've been talking to Jones. I don't know if you've been talking to your head coach of the Giants. And he said, what coach would you do? I don't know. I don't. But let's forget all about the Washington football scrub. Team. They're going to be under
scrub.
They bought a quarterback. But let's talk about this man. And a lot of people say, JJ, what? And that's the thing that I got to say. JJ, who? Right now, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on for everybody to say, oh, well, I'm talking about JJ, why did he get this? The man's injury prone. The man's been injured the past 6 seasons. I mean, Christ. He's been going out with leg and arm, and he's off with a robot like Tom Brady. I mean, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, JJ Watt has finalized. He left Houston. So Houston has a problem, and the problem is gone now, if they want to consider that. JJ Watt in Arizona with the Cards. 2-year deal worth $31 million. He gets a guaranteed 23 out that 31. He reunites with Van Joseph and DeAndre Hopkins, two former teammates, and one's being a coach. The defensive front of the Cards will reevaluate and beef up security a little bit. If J.J. Watt remains healthy. If he remains healthy. That consists of Chad Jones. Me and Cam mentioned some other ones. I forgot their names. A bunch of these guys got some talent. One of the former Giant defensive linemen, and they I got that wrong earlier. Cam corrected me on that in our notes, even though people don't know that. But I did thought that was what happened to Cam. When I saw that name pop up, I was like, oh man, they got that dog. You got that dog and them. Yeah, you got a problem. God was.
Oh man.
I've been like, dang, they got some issues. But Marcus, I'm gonna throw it to Marcus real quick. I know Cam got a lot to say about this because I've already programmed with him earlier. But JJ Watt said earlier you know how this started. He said earlier, oh no, I want to go to a contender. This is not a contender. I'm gonna bust some bubble. And I got a lot of fans going, oh no, DJ, you wrong, DJ, you wrong. Who of this nation are a contender? They you know what they can be. Who are they? Who can somebody tell me which side of the ball they on the AFC or the NFC? Somebody tell me that.
NFC.
All right. They're on the NFC side. Guess who's on the NFC side? You got Green Bay with their no defense, but Aaron Rodgers. You got Drew Brees still trying to get out the retirement home and come back to New Orleans with that dog on the defense. You got Tampa Bay with the whole entire ship, and they said, we're coming back. We're trying to go get another one. You got other teams. You got Minnesota that they try to reevaluate. You got other teams throughout the season, and this franchise right here, like they're contending. Hey, JJ, what? It's not what. This half of a defensive end, you think he's going to a contender. He's going to be sitting another season watching the playoffs. Because I'm sorry. The Bucs are doing some deadly stuff. The Saints are trying to evaluate, and if the Saints even think about going to get Russell Wilson, then we'll talk about it. That'll make them even more of a contender. Damn what Green Bay got going on, because Green Bay will be Green Bay at the end of the day. I'm going to end up saying that, because Green Bay don't even know. They go from a fallen season like they did and decided that, we want to die. We don't know what the hell we want to do. So I don't even put Green Bay as a contender. They're going to make it to the playoffs. No doubt in my mind. As a Packers fan, I put them in the playoffs. But will they go to the Super Bowl? Hell no. Because our front office is still not making the major adjustments that they need. That's the bottom line. I'm keeping it real. But the thing is, Marcus, why the hell did J.J. Watt go to Arizona to be in the Cardinals? Tell me.
Well, realistically, honestly, I don't think neither one of us see this coming. But at the time, you could think, say to yourself, well, we shouldn't be. That's because when you really look at it realistically, J.J. Watt now reunited with DeAndre Hopkins. So when you look at that, you just feel like that dynamic duo is back at it again. So looking at JJ Watt, me personally, I thought he was going to go to another contender in the AFC, like the Cleveland Browns or like the Pittsburgh Steelers, to be alongside with his brother TJ Watt that can do absolutely damage with that defense. And but overall, with JJ Watt going to the Cardinals, I feel like it's an okay move for the Arizona Cardinals because we all we all know JJ Watt. He's not what we used to seeing, like being that much more versatile defense that we was all used to seeing, just getting tons of like each and every game. But I just feel like they signed them to try and create that situational defensive end, interior pressure, just to set that edge and try to bring pressure to that QB like we normally see.
We normally see that, Cam. And before I toss it over to you, we talking about a man that always got a robotic arm. And this guy, the name scares you when you get on the field. But that's all it's going to scare you because nothing else will. Because this man's not making it past anybody. He's been almost deadlocked for the last 2 years. At least the last two, he's been silent. I mean, we talk about statistics all day long. I can go pull up everybody's statistics. But damn that, what are you doing now? And he didn't do nothing. So I don't even know why you gave him that much money. When you gave him that, you gave him you gave him almost $11 million per year to do what he's doing in Houston. I would let that bucket of phone sat in Houston. I'm that disrespectful because at the end of the day, he is not that valuable. I'm sorry. I would have went out and at least spent that $11 million on somebody that's actually going to go get past the quarter, get past the team, the offensive line, and do something. This man might be sitting on the bench and get $23 million to do that. What you think, Ken?
I actually think that was a good move for J.J. Watt. Believe it or not, it sounds crazy, but the Cardinals last year had the 10th best defense in the NFL. 10th best defense. And then you look at it as they only allowed like 20.4 points per game, I want to say, which is a very impressive number for a team that only played 500 ball. I think they went 8-8, if not 7-9. So I mean, it makes sense why he would go there. But if you wanted to just go play with your friends, just say you want to go play with your friends. Don't say you want to contend for a title because we all know Arizona is very far away from winning anything, let alone a Super Bowl. Like they still have to win their division, which is not getting any easier. You still have the Seahawks with Russell Wilson still there. You still have the banged up 49ers who were crazy last year, the year before, who were very good the year before, but they were just injury plagued this year. And then you have the Rams still. So it's like pick your poison type, you know? Like I don't see that move really doing anything amazing, but it could work. Believe it or not, it could really work. I mean, that offense is dangerous, and they still have a lot of draft picks. So I
Oh,
mean,
no
we'll
doubt.
see what happens.
We will see what happens, but at this point, I think, honestly, I'll be honest. I think it's a poor move by Arizona because you could have went out with that money and splashed it in several different areas that you need help in. We all seen how Murray was back there running for his life at the end of the year because the offensive line, like everybody else's team, got banged up. And nobody had nobody to get rescued.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
why you won't be a contender. But like Kim said, damn it, you want to go play lollygag with tag with your friends? Go say that. Go say you want to sit on the sideline and look at your homeboys play on the field. Say that. But if you gonna say a contender, you just disrespected not only the Tampa Bay Bucks, you disrespected the Chiefs, you disrespected everybody else. You just said, "Oh, they're not a contender." You think the Cardinals are a contender? No. I'm gonna let that go, Kim. I'm gonna let that go. That just makes me hot. That somebody sit there and go, and then he had a lousy excuse he wanted to go play with Kyler Murray. No, that's not nobody. Who is that? Well, he broke some yards. No disrespect to him. He broke some yards, or whoop he do. But at the end of the day, when they got to the nitty gritty, what happened? Injury. It was an injury. Just saying.
And then
You're right. You're right.
Almost still that injury.
Yeah, he got banged up. But that's the talk with that. JJ Watt's out the door. But let's talk about Russell Wilson. As the time transcribes throughout the offseason right now, we've seen Russell went from during the midseason talking about, hey, I need some help. And then he went from saying that to going, yelling, guys, I need some help. And then he gets banged up and he loses the last 3 games. One loses to the Giants and then a 4th and 21. Which we know Russell, not saying nothing about your Giants, Cam, but we know what Russell's capable of doing. But not seeing him be able to convert that.
Hey, he just couldn't do it. Hey, it's a great defense for the Giants. What you mean?
The team looked horrible towards the end of the year. I mean, like you really went, who are the Seattle Seahawks? Like you kind of faded off. Instead of when you used to see Seattle, you go, oh, that's Seattle coming. That's Russell coming.
You used to.
It could be a dog fight. But now Russell's saying, guys, I think I'm almost out. He don't want to do it. And his professionalism is showing. Because he's just like, I don't want to, but you're kind of forcing me to. And now he's opened his options. He went from quiet to now he's saying, hey, teams, this is who I want to go to if you go to anybody. Now, we done heard the Bears and the Knicks. Stay in Seattle. We just seen the Dallas Cowboys that haven't even committed to Dak Prescott yet. That could be a question. But we all know what Dallas' defense is capable of doing if they get together. And we damn sure know if Russell goes there, that's going to be a bad team offensively with the weapons that he got. And I'm just saying what it is, Dallas fans. And y'all can say, oh, TG, he actually counted some good stuff. I mean, I don't like some good stuff. But I'm telling you, it is what it is. If they don't sign Dak, which they haven't did Dak, and they get Russell, it's all over. They might be a Super Bowl team. Maybe. Damn, what's his name? Jerry Jones don't mess it up.
Right.
Stacey Adams on. You get your
What is Stacey Adams on?
And you get your Tommy Hilfiger coat in the dang gate up there at the top of the box. Don't you come down here. Let your team go. Let them do. But then another team. But Drew Brees out there pushing carts around outside the parking lot, showing that he got what it takes with a few weights. Will he be back? I don't know. But at the same deal, the same token, if they let go Drew Brees, and then you got what? The bad man Russell Wilson say, hold on, I'm out of Seattle. I'm going to New Orleans where the temperature is controlled still because Seattle got the warm weather. The crowd will still be barking as normal that Russell's normal to. Now you put him down there, put the defense, Alvin Kamara, what? You got all the weapons, what?
He said what?
What? You got Tom Brady, what? God, you know something's gonna be going on in that house in the New Orleans. You got the loud noise, and then you got the daily Russell Wilson coming from behind the line.
Right.
Boy, and then it's in the NFC. He's still in the
NFC.
NFC. That's gonna be a
Exactly.
contender right there. You can keep Green Bay's kissing goodbye. Green Bay got to look at the playoffs. I tell you that. Ross can do what all he want to do, but if Russell goes over there, it can be not only it's going to be the Saints, it's going to be the Bucks, and they're going to be talking back and forth. And imagine that bomb. That's going to be just an air raid of a game between
Well,
them two. Literally, they going to have. I mean, they got defense, but when you got your QBs like that, them jokers will let the cannons off. I don't care what it is. It's just the bottom line.
right.
See, that will crumble if he leaves. But let me get this to the Cam. Should Russell Wilson stay in Seattle and chalk it out like he's been doing professional? Or should he just say, all right, guys, I'm done? And if he does say I'm done, what team or teams, at least give me two that you see that he possibly can go to?
Russell Wilson?
I mean, he can go anywhere, but I mean, what is a fit? Because we all say, oh, Russell can go, Aaron Rodgers can go anywhere, but in certain systems, the quarterback
That'll fit in.
can fail.
Honestly, that need a quarterback, that systems won't fail. I mean, you could say Dallas. You can make that argument, but I don't think they're going to get rid of Dak. I think Jerry Jones likes Dak enough to give him the money, but on looser terms, you know. Maybe the Saints. It depends if really how they feel about Jameis Winston. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but if the Saints don't end up actually doing anything, like they could go get Russell Wilson, but at what cost though? That's the thing, because that's a big contract you have to pick up. I mean, I would say Oakland, but they're keeping Mariota. They're keeping Derek Carr and they're gonna trade Mariota. So they made it clear who's their quarterback.
Those two's the Saints. I think they would ultimately release Brees, obvious, because that'll bring a divide in the locker room. But Drew Brees is not going to be no backup for nobody. We know,
he's not.
but in the same sense, I think this would happen. They would give up at least 2 draft picks, maybe 3. It may be like a really early draft pick and a late one. And it'd be a couple years they would give up. But then I think they would have to shop Jameis Winston. They would have to shop him for the safety of getting Russell. Because Jameis Winston, okay, what you do? Get out of here, kid. Like, you get Russell in return. Get out of here.
Can we give Jameis some respect, though? He went for 5,000 yards last year, bro. Come on now.
No, I'm not giving that crab leg eating nothing. No.
Don't sleep on Taysom Hill.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep sleeping on Taysom Hill until he actually proves something to me. I've not been a fan of Taysom Hill, bro. I like what he tries to do, but it doesn't work for him. Like it's just too obvious with him, you know. And his arm just isn't there like it should.
His style of play will play out quickly.
Yeah.
Style of play. He just think, I don't know which one I'm going to do. The defense don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run the ball. That style of play is he's going to get hurt very easily and very fast. I mean, he's athletic. I'm not taking that from his abilities to do both. But when you don't have a clue of what you're doing, I don't think you do. I really don't think he have any rhythm or whatsoever to think about if I want to run a pass.
Not
And
at
then
all.
somebody's going to try to run. And somebody will take his head off. Unfortunate situation. We've seen that with Teddy Bridgewater before Bridgewater went on from Minnesota. His style of play didn't really adjust to what he wanted to do, and he didn't even know how to slide.
He didn't. He did.
And look what happened. Wow! It's over. And he goes to the team now. He's going to start somewhere else. But I'm not going to say nothing. Have we heard anything about it? No. That's the bottom line, I believe. But anyways, Cam said the Saints, and he said another team, but I couldn't get that other team. I think I heard Dallas was one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Cowboys.
Now, who in here say Russell should go?
Me personally, I feel like Russell Wilson, Because if we being realistic, the one main adjustment or one main concern on the Seattle Seahawks offense will have to be their O line. Because without the O line, there's no help. And with a depleted offensive line, Russell Wilson was like so for them, so for the Seattle Seahawks and for Russell Wilson to try and make that push and make that hurdle to the Super Bowl, they will have to add more depth and more pieces to the puzzle on that offensive line.
I understand both. I understand what Seattle should do. I understand he may want to stay there and be one of the quarterbacks that have one actual organization, and that's where he remains. That would be the golden thing for every QB. But sometimes you gotta go. We will see what happens in the next couple of days as he decides to grow with Dan Russell and his agent and the team. We'll see that play out over time, and we'll break news when he breaks news about that situation. Now, I'm not going to shed too much light on this. I just want to ask you. I'm going to ask you a one word, Cam. It's one of them things. One word. You're going to be like, oh, I want to say more than one word. No, Cam. You get one word. One word. Marcus, you get one word. And we're going to the next one, all right? The Minnesota Vikings released Now Rudolph. Was it smart or was it dumb? Cam, what you think?
Smart.
Marcus was smart. I'm thinking it was smart too. But I think if you would get rid of everybody else, one of the main problems, when I say this, I'm going to move on. Kirk Cousins, you got to go too. You can't be scrubby and the helm of the team, and then you think it's going to be all right. Washington got rid of him for a reason. Moving on. Roughing the passer. We're seeing Tom Brady adjust a lot of rules throughout his time in the league. And being the grandpa of the league now, I would say, even though he's doing what he do best in the cream of the crop, the roughing the passer penalty is now going to be added with then also we got the PI called pass interference being unviewable. And we've seen how horrible that has been over the last season or two. But now the NFL Players Association and the NFL owners are ganging together right now to figure out, and I'm going to throw this to Cam, roughing the passer. Now, I don't know, we haven't had too much said about what considered reviewable and roughing the passer. Is it just, I have a helmet? Would I hit him in the little knee and that get reviewed? Would I hit him above the chest and then drop him and drop my helmet on top of him? How long will this make the game? We might well add an extra 30 minutes because every play is going to be reviewed if that's the factor. Do you get up limit? So then, therefore, when it comes to challenges, do you get more than, I think, 2 than the normal? Do you get an extra 2 to get more reviews in case you got to review a pass interference or review that instead of something else crazy happening? Because guess what? If Cam says throw the flag and he challenges unnecessary roughness, rough the passer, now we out of one challenge. And we only got one more throughout the whole entire quarter. What? That sounds crazy. But Cam, do you think that roughing the passer, the penalty should be put into or exercised under the challenge regulation?
If they can do it in a quick fashion, yes. I don't need the referees to be in the little tent for more than 2 minutes. Like, the game is already getting longer progressively because of these weird challenges. And now you want to see if, like, certain things are pass interference. Like, for me, I already see too many pass interference calls already. First and foremost. Not pass interference. Roughing the passer penalties already. All little boom. Then the quarterback acts all dramatic. Oh my gosh, you knocked my head off. No, you barely got touched and you flopped. Like, let's not talk. Let's not sit here and act like, that's a serious penalty, because it's not. Don't get me wrong. Some people knocked the snot out of some quarterbacks unnecessarily. and I respect it. I definitely do. But there's a penalty to it. You have to be fined for it. You got to get 15 yards or whatever. But when I see some players like already pursuing the quarterback and they just happen to tackle the quarterback, and then you get a flag for it, no, that's not good. No.
with Cam, where it's just a matter of momentum.
Yeah.
Hell, he's almost 400 pounds. If you're pushing him forward and he's falling, what you think? He's supposed to just one pinky finger off the ground and flip? It's not going to happen. If he hit the quarterback in the legs, some players are dirty that way. Oh, I was tripping. No, you weren't tripping. You had that little groundhog tumble going on the whole entire time. And we've seen it happen with players like Alex Smith towards the end of the year. When they were in their game and that guy, he tried to take a knee, and that guy went in and acted like he was rolling and
Ran.
Alex Smith
Exactly.
right in the leg. That was dirty. It was clear dirt and stuff like that. Now, will that rule, before I get to Marcus, will that rule come into effect? What if there comes into effect, like you said, roughing the pass comes into effect. If I do a dirty move like Alex Smith got, will that be challengeable? Will that be eligible for a challenge? That was dirty. I don't care. Everybody knew that was dirty. Even the ref just seeing that said that was dirty. That was dirty, man. Now, Marcus, should that roughing the passer penalty be escalated into the category of challenging?
I feel like it should. Well, really, it should review it like on time ago. Like when that one Green Bay Packers was playing against the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, he got it. Matthews, he was called for roughing the passer, which I can sort of understand, but at the same time, it shouldn't be roughing the passer because because Clay Matthews, as we saw, he was already in close contact with Cousins before it even was necessarily called roughing the passer. So I just feel like it now being doable. It is a good thing, whether or not the was legal.
Definitely on that. One of our viewers that you see on the screen at the bottom, like and share, guys. Whoever's watching this, like, share, hard. Hey, I see you like sharing my broadcasts are coming into the family of Front Row Sports. Front Row has a lot to offer, especially of Jesse Henninger that have been on this show. We got a lot of more important stuff to come up with Front Row Sports. I'm not letting any leaks out because Jesse's not going to know. But we all know what's going on. But let's get right to it. As we see, Stan Hurts said, they challenge anything. Might as well. I mean, no doubt in my mind, brother. I agree with you. Hey, they challenging the shoe stuff. The shoe string was tied or not. I don't know. That's how the NFL did. Well, you might think about it. But in the same token, let's get down to that NBA breakdown. Oh, it's about to go down. The Cam said he's bringing his delusional Brooklyn Nets. And I don't even like it because I'm a Clippers fan. And I'm crying. Yes, I am. I'm pissed. I'm ecstatic because my Clippers, they are doing something else. Let me tell you this. Cam said they might be a contender. I said, hell no. Because at the end of the day, look at this. My Clippers, I had the question, will the Clippers be a dominant team in the playoffs that they continue to struggle with injuries and more? Between that, now tonight, let me tell you another reason, Cam. I think damn that with the Clippers. Cam, damn that. The Clippers, you want to know? Paul George said, oh, coach, it's warm-up time. We play tonight. Guess what he said? I'm dizzy. I can't play.
I'm dizzy.
I can't become a doggone contender. And let me tell you why. Because Kawhi Leonard, why? Kawhi Leonard went the other night and he didn't do nothing. He got injured. And he's got a back injury. And then you got this scrub bucket of Paul George that can't even play in the postseason. He thinks that, I'm going to come up in there and then Oh, coach, I'm dizzy. You shouldn't ate too many wings and pizza last night. You shouldn't have came in there eating all that food. Take your blood pressure medicine, man. Get healthy and get back to the court. You bucket of balls. You should be fired for being dizzy. You trying to you get no, no, no. They're not a contender. That's the bottom line to it because I said so. I had to get that out because I'm tired of the Clippers. They do it every single year, man. Every single year. But damn, with your Brooklyn Nets and your delusion in your corner, tell me what you think. Will the Clippers become like a mega team at the end and do something? I say hell no, but I'm bet you will say something different.
I really think that the Clippers are going to get it together and like be a potential like Western Conference final contender. Not a finals contender, but a Western Conference finals contender, meaning I see them as being the top two, one of the top two in the West, believe it or not. It sounds crazy. It really sounds crazy, but I really feel like this year they have a chance. They really have a chance because, like I told you earlier, LeBron and them when he left Cleveland to go to Miami, they didn't win in the first season, and last year was a different season because it was COVID. So I mean, they have the potential. I mean, they need a lot of things to fall their way. First thing first, Paul George has to actually play basketball and not be weird like he was in the bubble last year. He gave himself the nickname Playoff P, which turned into Pandemic P. So I mean, if he lives up to who he was before he got to the Clippers, I really feel like the Clippers would be one of the tougher teams to beat out west. I mean, you still have the Suns, believe it or not. You still have the Nuggets. The Jazz are on fire right now. You can't forget about the Lakers. I mean, right now, if Anthony Davis doesn't come back, I don't see the Lakers doing but so much just based off how much they're running through LeBron. LeBron's going to get tired. People got to understand he's going to get tired. I don't care how much money he spends on his body per year. He's never played this much at this age. Like this, he's going to get burnt out at some time, at some point. So, like I said, the Clippers have that opportunity to be a Western Finals contender, but I don't see them winning the finals anytime soon.
You want to know something? I do it. Well, as a Clipper fan, damn that Cam. Damn that. I know that's not going to go. But one thing I'm going to tell you, other thing, the best game the Lakers or the Clippers going to see this year, if they get their stuff together, it's going to be the Battle of LA. It's going to be the only two games that matter to them. It's going to be the only game. It's going to be the only game that they get. Oh, yeah. That's all it is. That's the bottom line of it is because DT said so. But let me let you go, MPG. Let me tell you this. Do you think the Clippers will get their stuff together and stop eating pork rinds in the back and get their blood pressure under control and actually go do something instead of going out and partying on a weekday? Go sit yourself at home and get a massage and come out rested.
I would say it's a possibility, but one or two things that the Clippers make major adjustments on. Well, number one is the health issue of Kawhi having a back end and hard. But without them guys, you basically a depleted team. You're basically a depleted Clippers team. So if they have their stuff together at the right moment, like with Cam earlier, they would be a Western Conference Finals contender, but not an NBA Finals contender.
Some of the views our viewers are getting. Nate Dogg said Clippers in the finals. Even before that, Cam, I had a viewer, Stan Hurt, came at Cam and said, "Hey, quarterback, I cost his toilet paper. They ain't coming angel salt." But that's another thing. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta. I mean, that's
man.
deep too. And about that. But and Angel Saw, if y'all see this video, y'all need to give me some credit. Make me on Twitter. But anyways, while we got all this delusional stuff going on here, especially Cam is delusional on this. Let's talk about Damian Lillard. Tell me this: do you think that he is considered the most clutch player in the NBA? Now, when I research this question, they won't talk about like of all time. They saying now.
So currently.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about why they say that. Well, the other night, in the great city of the Golden State Warriors that are in the Hurricane Station right now, getting repaired, Lillard scored 8 points in 13.7 seconds. 13.7 seconds. What's that? To seal the game against Golden State. Now, Cam, do you consider him the most clutch player in the NBA right now?
I do. I really do. He hits a lot of big time shots with people on him, without people on him. He's Damian Lillard is up there. He's definitely up there. But of all time, technically it's Melo. Just saying, Melo has hit the most game-winning shots in NBA history. But that's just for all those LeBron fans who think LeBron's just the best thing. He can't do anything wrong. But that's just my little sip of tea. Just gotta drop that little dime of knowledge for people just in case. But no, I definitely think that
I understand Melo was one
Damian Lillard is definitely the most right now, like the most clutch, just based off how effective and efficient he's been with it. So yeah, he's for sure the clutchest right now in the NBA.
I don't think most on it, but I can say I agree with his whole entire thinking. And he actually puts some respect on Carmelo. Also, is one of the main guys, but we know what Carmelo can do in the air. So, with him, the did 13 seconds to defeat the Golden State Warriors without one of their greatest guys. Look at this. Do you think he is one of the most lethal clutch players right now in the NBA?
Currently in the NBA, I was yes. With Damian, we look at Lillard and how he puts up key when it matters the most. It does nothing but his confidence even more as an NBA player. Now, and because of that, I feel like he should get a lot of recognition that he should deserve. I mean, of course, he's not going to get the big time limelight like a LeBron or like a Steph Curry or like a Giannis, but in key situations like that, I just feel like Damian Lillard should get that knowledge deserved.
Oh, definitely. No doubt in my mind. Now, we move to another one of the arguably players of our era, and that's James Harden. But it's not about his style of play or who he is right now. And we know, Cam, you want to talk about your guns. Not right now. Lead up in the corner. But when they played, the Nets played against the Rockets the other night. I just want this answered sharply before we can get onto our lineups, our questions that we got for that. But do you think, Cam, one of these ones, you agree or not agree? The Rockets should have gave him a standing ovation, or should they fill the room with boos?
No, the Rockets should have definitely gave him a standing ovation because he deserved it. He did so much for Houston. Houston basketball. He did a lot. Houston basketball hasn't been the same since Yao and T-Mac. And people forget about the great things that he did for basketball. I mean, I can't say he didn't do stuff for the city of Houston, but I don't see why they would even think about booing him. I mean, don't get me wrong. What he did to get traded was kind of shiesty. I wouldn't have gone that route. I mean, I would just say I don't want to play here. Trade me. But he chose what he chose. But you still can't be upset, like, from what he's done for the past. I mean, he didn't get y'all a championship, but he did a lot for that franchise. Honestly, he did a lot. Like he kind of, and to an extent, changed the way people play now. Like now it's kind of isolation basketball, and then you have people who can shoot around you, just like Bron and in Los Angeles and Giannis in Milwaukee. But the only difference between those two is that man James Harden can hit you with a step back for three and kill you from three the entire game. Or if you're guarding too close, he's gonna go right by you and tag the basket. So it's like pick your poison. So I mean, you gotta you can't boo. You can't boo him. That's just disrespectful. Completely disrespectful.
Definitely understand, and I think this man did a lot of great asset to the Rock. Oh, and I mean, y'all forced him. Man basically got mad with what you did. Y'all clean it up. Guess what? I'm gone. Either it's me or them. That's the end of the attitude. I'd rather him did what he did and left. LeBron did that to the Cavs. It's not like that didn't happen. He had a whole lot more uproar than this. But in the same sense, Marcus, do you think that Harden should have got a standing ovation, or should they just shut him out with booze?
Oh my gosh.
I think James Harden should have a standing reason being because you look at James Harden, it sort of reminds you like what he did when he was with OKC. I mean, he Kevin Durant was basically took in that control of being that next guy or next man up. And it's almost the same thing when he was with Houston. When it was time, who was then like paved the way with the Houston Rockets and like just keep giving them wins after wins. It was James Harden. Yeah. So when you really look at that from a standing ovation perspective, you have no choice but respect James Harden. And it's like what Cam said. Yeah, it was a little dicey the way like did with him being with him wanting to be traded to the net, but all in reality, you just have to respect he was able to in his own craft, in his own aspect. Well, he sort of did stuff in his own aspect and around nowhere in a championship game, but he is one of the players from out of the ring we'll remember for a very long time, and even though he's still playing, he could get that with an so dominant in what they do. But let's talk about what's going on. And Cam, I know you're ready for it, but you've been barking at me all for the last 3 weeks. You're barking at me. Let's talk about this All-Star weekend that's about to come upon us. Sunday, March 7th, starting at 5 o'clock. We got all of that. We got the skill challenge. Nobody cares about that. We got the 3-point challenge. I'll pick and giggle. But then we got the dunk contest. And we see what they can do. And we compare and see can somebody beat the hell out with Jordan decades ago. We wait for that moment that we want. Our parents and grandparents got to see it, but we don't got that much talent. We got some guys pushing it the leg, and they get to make it. And I even see somebody almost jump over an 8-foot man look like almost. But that's a different story. Nobody soared through the air like Jordan. They tried it, but can't do it. He just looked. But let's get to the lineup and what's going to happen at the night game. Let's see what's going to happen at the end. We got Luka Doncic going in there. We got a lot of things. Nikola, what's his name? What's the last name, guys?
Nikola Jokic, the Joker. Ooh. Best big in the league right now.
Why Leonard, if he even played, if he's not dizzy or hurt? LeBron.
He's not dizzy or hurt.
You hurt himself. Steph Curry on that side of the ballpark. But let's talk about the other side. Let's talk about Kyrie. Let's talk about who else? Who else got? I want to give you some time. Who else you got in there? Who else you think? Y'all want to give me somebody?
I'm honestly just like happy to see all those Brooklyn Nets in the All-Star game, bro. That's all I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Giannis, Joel Embiid, Bradley Beal, Aaron. Will they go at it? I don't know. I don't. We may see a crowd in there because everybody's going from 10% to 30%. Most
Right.
states now. We may see actually somebody in the not a ghost who in the top. I mean, we ain't talking about
There
no
they
ghosts.
go.
Jets might be still seeing ghosts in their stadium. But we can talk about that. Do you guys? And I'm gonna get. Just tell me, agree or disagree with these lineups.
It makes sense. I mean, it's just a fan favorite type thing at this point. I mean, you got to put the players on the court that people want to see play. I mean, I'm not even upset about it, especially when all three All Stars for Brooklyn made it. So why can be but so upset? I can't be but so upset. I mean, I'm happy to see it. I wish the NBA as a whole was healthy, like because a lot of the players, it would be like a lot more fun, in my opinion, to watch it, especially like with Klay Thompson being out. Like he makes a big difference. Who else is having like an All Star type of year? Well, that's really like Harris LeVert. He's a very slept on small forward. Victor Oladipo, he was hurt for a little bit, but he's somewhat healthy now. I mean, it's just gonna be different. I mean, I'm happy. I'm excited to see something different play out, and I'm just waiting. I mean, I would love to see the dunk contest, like a legitimate dunk contest, but can't do that this year. Not at all. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see that. But Marcus, do you agree with what's going on right now? Like we are in All Star Weekend on Sunday, and we got these powerhouse teams going at for one. But are you satisfied? That's my thing.
I agree with you. I mean, it makes sense to have two dynamic uh, team captains going at it head to head in this uh, All Star this All Star game. At the end of the day, it's all like what the fans had voted to see. Uh, that's why they voted which player they want. They went in the All Star game, which player they would watch in the NBA All Star game. It's all what they do for the fans, and what the players is all what they can give, and what they can give them is inside the game.
So we'll get an exciting game to be March 7th at 5 o'clock. It starts. Skills, 3-point dunk. Then the game. Woo! I got a lot to watch when I get home. Finally, thank God. It's going to be Sunday. But I got another thing. And I can't leave without doing this. It's Cam Corner. Oh, it's about to blow.
I am so happy to be able to do this podcast with you guys. First and foremost, I really am. It's been a fun ride, and I can't wait to see what this takes us. First and foremost, but back to my corner, I cannot wait for those Brooklyn Nets to start playing basketball again. Don't forget, y'all, March Madness is right around the corner, so don't forget to do y'all bracket. Y'all could possibly win a lot of money on these sites. So hey, get your bracket in. That's very important. Second of all, go Duke Blue Devils basketball. I know we're struggling right now, but hey, we go come up in the ACC by UNC this weekend, and hey, this will be a fun game to watch. Clemson football will be on the rise again next year. Just wait. It's the same story. We don't need Sunshine as a quarterback. We're going to have DJ, the Hawaiian guy from California. He's the ball out. Just know that. And last but not least, those New York football Giants. Oh, man, I cannot wait to see the Big Blue back in MetLife Stadium doing what we do best and win and compete for the title in the NFC East, the best division in football. Gosh, I can't wait. But that's all I've got to say.
That's all Cam got to say in Cam's corner with enough delusion that he has. And I'm going to let his name stay up there because we're in Cam's corner. Because I want to come to his corner. Guess what? The heck with your Clemson. The heck with your Blue Devil. The heck with your New York Giants. I don't care about that. And that's what TG's on the move. And TG's in Cam's corner. And I got to do it. And that's the bottom line to it. Well, I'm going to tell you this, folks. There's a lot going on in the world. It may be silent, and we don't hear what the hell our government is talking about because they want to stay silent when the people rule. Think about it. I'll give you a minute. But in the same sense, watch your NBA All-Stars. You already see TG on the move with Front Row Sports. Don't even ask no damn questions. But just know I do it. At the end of the day, you know where I'm at. You know, just like you like that post, share this damn post. I'll bet you. I dare you to.
I dare you.
But at the end of the day, we got some. We got some partnerships coming. It's about to blow up. On top of that, I got a logo coming. And it's coming for y'all monkey behind. And don't even worry about when it's coming. I can get everything set up for none of y'all scallywags think y'all can go steal it. I got you. I'm watching you. I keep it all ears and eyes open. And that's the bottom line to it. But what the main idea of the day? And I'll leave this quote with you today because I felt this quote earlier. If you don't hear an opportunity to knock, create a door. And that's one of the quotes that I've kept and heard for a while. And I shared it with Cam, and me and Cam always talk, and me and MPG always talk. And I always feel quotes. But just because of the pandemic, and one motivational speaker told me that opportunity, hold on now, opportunity is made or created in moments of chaos. So what are we in? In chaos. So get your opportunity. Stop sitting and waiting at home watching your cable because that bill high as hell. So do not sit back and watch. Conquer every moment. So when we get out of this thing, and soon we will, because a lot of people are being vaccinated, and this vaccine is trying to be proven. I don't know where the hell Johnson & Johnson came from, but this vaccination is proven to be somewhat true, or the government's letting up on this thing somehow, and we're being able to come outside, we're able to go to the bar or somewhere active to actually be socialized with somebody else within the guidelines. Some companies and organizations are allowing you to be out without the mask. If you feel comfortable with keeping your mask, keep your mask on. This thing is not all the way over yet. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Everybody says, oh, well, you should do this, oh, you should do that. That doesn't matter. They don't know what they're doing either. So stay safe, stay masked up. MPG beside me. Cam is right there across the screen in Cam's corner, and TG Justin Vegas, Cam's corner. So you know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to say, guys, be blessed. Stay the rest. We out. Peace, guys.
Peace.